My name's Simon Westlake, and I'm the CEO of Sonar. We make software for internet service providers. We started as a bootstrap company. It was just me and one other guy named Devin who built all the software from the ground up. And 6 years later, we're at 70 employees, about 800 customers. I'd been in the industry for a while, and a lot of the software that was typically in this space had to be installed on premise. The management of that becomes a full-time job for somebody or a whole team. Especially when you're a very small startup, you really don't want to be sinking a lot of time into dealing with all these unforeseen problems. The move to doing it in the cloud for us was just simplicity. We kind of ran the gamut of looking at the different options there. And really what drove me away from the big, well-known names was just the overall complexity and cost of them. And we looked at some other providers that were doing a similar thing to DigitalOcean, but I think what really got us with DO and what got us to stick there was the support that we got and just the clarity around everything. You can tell that they really think about making things simple when they're deploying a new product, and every time we pick one up, it's very easy to use. And we've been involved in some upfront discussions about some of the new products with them, and they really take the input they get from their customers to heart, and that's the one thing you can really tell. We're using their virtual machines for hosting a lot of customer services. I think we have 400 or 500 running in there today. We've also started using their Kubernetes service for our developers, and all our developers are working directly on DO every day, and that's become a pretty big part of our business with them. The services are great. We really never have any issues with them. But in comparison to some other vendors that we use, just the level of support we get and the ease of access is really the thing that keeps us coming back. We meet with them fairly regularly just to talk about what's happening and what's moving forward. And there's been a lot of situations there where they've given us good feedback or input on what's coming soon that's helped us make decisions. I was talking to our first customer success manager at DO when I came in here, and I mentioned to her, we're on our second now in 6 years with DO. Some other providers we use, we get a different manager every 3 months, and you never get to build that relationship. And there's value there, I think, in those ongoing relationships that you have. The people you do business with every day, that you're working with every day, are critical. And the partners that you're working with every day for any of the services you get are critical. I mean, without hosting, we don't have a product. That extends to most of the services that we use. And I think I've always had the philosophy in business that the product is kind of marginally important, right? There's a barrier you have to cross for people to want to use it or buy it. But once you get beyond that, it's really all about the people. And that's really what comes through for us with DO as well, is that there's good people behind it and we can trust them. They're easy to work with. You're not going to get surprised with pricing. The products work well. And frankly, for I would say probably 90, if not more % of use cases, they've got everything you need there. The vast majority of people building software today, I think DO's got everything you need.